Hey everyone, I am back with another video, and today I wanted to share 3 obstacles that I had to overcome to achieve my dream of long-term solo travel. But first, my name is Lauren and this is my channel, 5-Star Lore. I help Black women leave the stress of everyday life behind and create joy and excitement in their lives. So if that sounds like you, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can know when I upload more videos. So I thought this conversation was important because I work with Black women who often need a reminder about why it's important to prioritize themselves and their well-being. And oftentimes we forget that we have dreams that we want to achieve. So I'm here to just serve as a reminder that it's never too late to achieve those dreams and to go after them and to just do what you want to do. So the first obstacle that I had to overcome to achieve my dream of long-term solo travel was overthinking and procrastination and really getting out of my own head. So overthinking, which is something that I've talked about before, is very detrimental. You can overthink to the point where you procrastinate and you don't even achieve what it is that you set out to achieve in the first place, because you're trying to plan, and then it leads to stagnation and just being in the same position that you once were before. So overthinking for me is something that I was doing constantly in terms of planning out this long-term solo travel. Something that I wanted to do for a while, but I just kept overthinking about it in terms of like not having enough money or not knowing where I wanted to go, or just like these things that would come together anyway. And that would lead to me just overthinking and not doing it. Like knowing that I wanted to do it, but overthinking to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that, so I can't do it yet. For example, like I want to say it might have been in like 2021. I kept saying like, I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough money to do this. And every time I would say that, I'm like, well, I'm putting money towards this trip. I'm putting money toward these clothing items. I'm putting money toward this adventure. So it's like, I do have the money, but I'm overthinking to the point where I'm not even going out and making this plan of doing the long-term travel. So overthinking for me is something that I had to overcome. So how I overcame that obstacle was revisiting the original plan that I had to solo travel, which I started like a couple years ago. So revisiting that plan and seeing where the gaps were that made me think that I was overthinking too much. For instance, not having enough money. Why did I think that I didn't have enough money? Like the money that I'm shelling out while I'm at home in the US is money that I can be using when I'm abroad. So that solved that problem. 2, actually picking a date and sticking with it. Like I learned this through doing Rashida Dow's Burnout to Bliss coaching program. Like even if you don't plan to leave on that specific date, just picking a date so you can know that you have something to look forward to. That helped me a lot this time around, and my date was January 25th, and I stuck to that date. I thought about moving it a couple of times, but I was like, why am I pushing this back even further when the goal is to get out of my state in the wintertime? So sticking to that date. So revisiting the plan and choosing a date were the 2 things that really helped me to overcome the obstacle of overthinking. The second obstacle that I had to overcome was prioritizing everyone else. And this is hard, and this is something that I'm helping Black women I'm coaching Black women through. And it's hard to stop prioritizing everyone else, especially when you grow up in an environment where you are constantly being the person to give back to other people, and being looked at as somebody that is like a helping hand. I feel that as humans, and especially as Black women, we are conditioned to prioritize everyone else's needs and well-being over our own, even at the detriment of what we know that we want to do and we want to achieve in life. So prioritizing myself and overcoming the obstacle of prioritizing everyone else and what their needs were and what their opinions were was definitely something that I had to work through. But being someone that preaches and coaches women through prioritizing themselves and their well-being, I have to set that same example. I have to step out and know that what I'm doing is for my betterment, and it's for my self-preservation. It's for something that I actually want to do. And if you find that you are having trouble prioritizing yourself and your well-being, then I do offer coaching services, and you can find information for that linked below. But that is something that I had to overcome, which was prioritizing everyone else. And the third obstacle that I had to overcome was other people's projections of fears and their opinions and every other thing that comes with telling people that you are going to travel solo in a foreign country. Okay, so just imagine all those things that come up when you mention, like, oh, I'm thinking of going to this country for this many months by myself. Like, just think about all that. So overcoming that obstacle, I wouldn't say it's the hardest, but I would say that, like, it's up there, like, because you have other people projecting their fears onto you. And I might have mentioned this before, but like, when people project their fears onto you, you might not even have been thinking about that previously, but because it's now put into your head, you start thinking like, oh, like, should I be doing this? Like, is this safe? So overcoming the obstacle of people's fears and their opinions and what they see fit and what they don't see fit is something that I had to overcome. And in order to overcome that, I kind of just moved to the beat of my own drum. Like, I will listen and take stuff in, and there's some things that I can tell, like, it definitely will influence me a little bit, but I don't let that stop me from, like, what the overall goal is that I have, because I'm the only one that has to live this life. So if I'm letting other people's fears and letting them project their fears onto me, and I'm not achieving this dream that I have, then I'm the only one that has to live with it. Like, they didn't want to do it in the first place, but because they put those fears onto me, it leads me to not doing it. So for me, I don't even let it interrupt my space or, like, what I plan to do. And I just keep pushing forward. And as I've said before, what helps is to look at other people that are doing what I want to do. And knowing that, like, there are safe ways to do this, and there are people out there doing it. So that's what helped me. So those are the three obstacles. The first one was overthinking and the procrastination. The second one is prioritizing everyone else. And the third one is other people's projections and their fears and their opinions on the situation. In conclusion, we only have one life to live, right? So you should be living it to the fullest extent. I know sometimes it's not easy to say, like, I have this dream and I want to live out this dream, but we don't get any do-overs in life. So it's not like you have another life to be able to live out the dreams that you do have. You have to make space and try to do that while you're here on this earth now. I know it can be hard to say that I want to live out this dream, and then trying to achieve it and live it out is like a whole nother thing, but it is possible. Like, think about the obstacles that are in your way and figure out how you're going to tackle them head on. Look at the resources that are around you. As I said, I offer coaching to women who need to learn how to prioritize themselves and their well-being, and that goes hand in hand with figuring out how you can achieve those dreams. And for a lot of us, one of the main obstacles is our job. Like, our jobs hold us back from doing a lot. And a resource that you can check out is the Job Liberation Summit that is going to be hosted by Marissa Price and Dr. Kimani Sands. And they're going to be helping Black women be liberated from their jobs and their toxic work environments. And I think that this is such an important concept, because jobs and the workforce and the workplace, however you want to word it, definitely have a huge impact on our well-being and our lives. And if that's something that you want to start to address, then I definitely recommend you checking out this resource in this summit. I think it'll be an awesome experience, and I'll have information for that linked below. So that is all I have for you all today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.